Hi guys, today I wanted to talk to you about 5 books that I think every zero waster should read. And these aren't necessarily specific to zero waste, but I think they do add some context to what the zero waste movement is and where its place is in the overall environmental movement. And I think that's really important just to keep these things in perspective and really understand how being zero waste or going zero waste or even just implementing lower waste routines into your life affect the environment and how it kind of ties back into the overall picture of the environmental movement. If you're new here, my name is Jade and this is my channel Living Unjaded, where I talk about an eco lifestyle and the type of things that fall into an eco lifestyle. So that includes the zero waste journey, minimalism, green beauty, stuff like that. So if you're interested, please hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss my next video. So the first book that I want to talk about is Zero Waste Home by Bea Johnson, and this is really like the holy grail of zero waste guides in my opinion. She covers it all. She goes into more depth than you could possibly imagine would be in one book, and this is a must read for any beginner zero waster. And even if you are a veteran zero waster and you've been doing this for a while, I highly suggest reading Bea Johnson's Zero Waste Home if you haven't read it before, because it is incredible how much information she packs into one book. I got the ebook version, so I don't have like a physical copy to show you, but she does have a physical copy if that's like what you want to like have as a guidebook or something. So I'm just gonna do number 2 and 3 together because they're very similar. They're written by the same author and they just kind of discuss the same kinds of topics. So that would be Cradle to Cradle and The Upcycle by Michael Braungart. And these are great books to understand the industry side of like a zero waste economy or a zero waste like engineering. I thought it was really interesting and really informative. He goes into a lot of detail about the chemicals and everything used in plastic. Even if you're not necessarily looking into reading about more broad environmental topics, I think these are great because they're very specific to what the zero waste movement is trying to achieve, help you envision what the future could be and how engineering could change and what sustainability and zero waste looks like in an economy. So the 4th and 5th books that I've picked are definitely not specific to zero waste, and they're more of a general environmental discussion and more of a public health approach to environmental topics. Living Downstream is super powerful because it juxtaposes memoir, specifically Sandra Steingraber's battle with cancer in her bladder, and like super direct, like hardcore scientific facts and statistics. I think this book is one very powerful just because she's talking about her personal human experience being affected by what humans have done to the environment, but also has a bigger theme, and that is that we are damaging the system that we're a part of, but not understanding, or at least not acting like we're part of the system. We act like it's not gonna hurt us, or it doesn't matter that we hurt the earth. But the truth is that we are not separate from what we do to the earth. Ultimately, what we do to the earth will be done to us. So I think this is really powerful on so many levels, and I would highly recommend reading it. It's definitely not an emotionally easy book to read, but I think it's very important to read. And last but not least, number 5 is Silent Spring by Rachel Carson, and I think this is just a classic. You should read it because it's really the spark of the modern environmental movement in America. Even if you're not from America, it's important to read because she talks about pesticides and agriculture and how that affects humans and how it could cause cancer, and ultimately led to a huge movement. And I think it's such an important piece of environmental history that just can't be ignored. It's a classic, and you should definitely read it if you want to dive into broader environmental topics other than just zero waste and waste management, stuff like that. Yeah, you just can't go wrong with Silent Spring. So those are my 5 books that every zero waster should read, and I think after you read those you'll have a super solid foundation for understanding the zero waste movement and communicating that to other people, and hopefully you'll definitely find your why as to why you want to be a zero waster if you're just beginning. So that is all for this video, guys. If you want to see more videos from me, please hit the subscribe button down below, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye!